Fire season. Fires are raging out west, destroying homes, vast sections of forest. Who leads the fight against these fires? The U.S. Forest Service. It spends billions fighting fires, often spraying chemicals right near the fire retardants that are supposed to slow its spread. Given that fighting these fires is what the Forest Service does, I would think they'd be careful to use the right flame retardant. But do they? The Forest Service is one more government bureaucracy, after all. How often does government adopt the latest techniques for anything? How often does government change at all? Not often. So I'm not surprised that Peter Cordani says he has a better flame retardant, one that's now used by more than 200 fire departments, but not the Forest Service. Ed Kleiman used to work for the Forest Service, but now he works for Peter. So, Peter, you're an inventor. You make soil enhancers, different.
Correct.
This is not your normal business.
No, all life-saving products we develop. We don't make luxuries. And we saw the need for it. And we're really the only product that works efficiently today. You know, unfortunately.
How'd you discover this?
About 10 years ago, I was just fooling around working on another project, and I stuck my hand in it, and that's how it came about. I put it on an ice cream stick, Florida.
Well, you stuck your hand in it, it felt cool.
In a bucket. And then I showed it to some people, and I put it on an ice cream stick, and we tried to light it, and that's how it started. And it just went up from there. We started showing it to fire departments, different people that have the knowledge that I didn't have at the time of the fire. And they said, man, you may have hit upon something that's unbelievable.
And the fire departments, hundreds of them, have embraced it enthusiastically, and some government agencies.
Oh, yeah. It's very unique because you could use it direct impingement on a fire. You can cool a fire down. You can create a fire break, and they could be used for numerous other fires.
So, Ed, you work for the Forest Service. If this is better, and I say this because you brought some, let's play with it here. Let's show it, this goopy stuff here. If this is better, why wouldn't the Forest Service use it?
Basically, they're kind of stuck in the mold of using one product that they've used for about 50 years in the way that they've used it. And for one reason or another, they're slow to adapt to a product that is just obviously the better product.
This is half the price of any fire retardant currently being used. It's lighter, which is a big issue with the planes they fly overhead. But all right, here's what they say, the Forest Service. They don't want to use this stuff because they say it might evaporate by the time the fire gets there. What's your answer to that?
Well, that's kind of like trying to spray paint a lawn chair in the wind from 10 feet away, the way we're using the chemical now.
Forest Service says most wildfires are suppressed through indirect attack because they're too big. They emit too much heat for direct attack to be safe.
Well, a forest fire isn't like an avalanche or like a tsunami. It doesn't just move across the landscape. It consumes fuel in front of it, and it needs fuel available to it in order to propagate itself. And unfortunately, what happens is the fire will propagate itself by spotting out in front of itself, and this being able to work behind the fire and work on the heat is something that has always been done and is done by every other country in the world.
In New Mexico, we put 5 big fires out there with 300, 400 acres.
Some state, the U.S. Forest Service isn't using it, but some state governments.
Some state governments are starting to use it because they're finding it's the way to go. I mean, take a look at what's going on around us. We're losing a tremendous amount of homes and situations, and this product will protect those homes.
And you say this is so good that if I stick my hand in this thing, I could stick it in fire and I won't be burned.
Absolutely. Firefighters, people are trapped all the time in fires, so this is one product that you can coat them with to give the team minutes to get you out.
All right, so he says, I won't be hurt if I stick my hand in fire. My hand won't catch fire. Let's try it. Now, Fox won't let me try it here inside the studio for some reason. They don't trust me not to burn the place down. So if we're going to do this, we have to go outside. So let's go. And maybe I'll stick my hand in the fire after I coat myself with this. But let's run the test. We'll see if he's telling the truth.
Okay.